What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Cruz, 97.9 The Beat representing, and I'm on my getting the word out for groups and organizations doing good out here. I am here with Gina Waters.
Hello.
And Katlyn Parks. Miss Katlyn.
Hi.
All right, and they are representing the Wichita Falls Black Lives Matter movement.
Yes.
Let me throw this out there. I feel like Wichita Falls is an easy place to overlook. Would you guys say that?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to read the statement that you guys have about it, and then you guys can go from there. The Black community in Wichita Falls, it remains underserved by city officials and continues to endure harsh treatment at the hands of the police. The purpose of this group is to create dialogue, educate, and help facilitate a real change for our community. That's kind of like your logo.
Absolutely.
Right? I know recently you guys were denied by the city council and the mayor to remove a monument in Wichita Falls.
Yes.
It's the Sons of Our Southland Memorial. Correct?
Yes, which was erected by the UDC, United Daughters of Confederacy, which I'm from Richmond, Virginia, so the headquarters is there. They've also commemorated KKK monuments as well. So they also have the Children of Confederacy, which they kept with white supremacy. So their children are supposed to continue white supremacy the best way that they know how. That's pretty much what the statement is concerning the Children of Confederacy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Confederates out here. There is a council member that actually attended the Confederacy monument with the Confederates out here. They were called out during that meeting as well.
We had held the petition signing, our own. After that, Sons of the South Whites Only group had formed, and we started getting attacked.
Okay, so they formed this group because you guys were making noise about taking it down.
Yes.
Got you. Okay, so it was strictly to combat your movement. They created their own group, and you were saying that one of the city council members, who's supposed to be neutral and not pick sides, was at their event.
Yes, Steve Jackson.
And I also saw the video that you guys sent me of your mayor by the name of Mayor Stephen Santillana. Santillana, am I saying that right? In the video, admitting that there is systematic racism in Wichita Falls, which he advised you guys to just ignore it. That's the way to deal with it, by ignoring it.
Is there systematic racism in the United States, of course, in the state of Texas, of course, the city of Wichita Falls, of course, probably within this organization, the city of Wichita Falls. I think we can all say there was probably a purpose to that monument back in the 30s. But just like they said, where we had two claverins of the Ku Klux Klan in our town, and now they're gone, maybe sometimes turn a blind eye to these things, ignoring these things is the methodology that we should choose, that I should choose. This
is one of the people who denied the memorial to come down, correct? Because it was voted on, and unfortunately, right now, it will remain.
Yes, they're looking into putting it into a vote next year in May. That's a consideration. However, once it was discussed concerning the council member and him being at, he shouldn't have been at, because obviously he's a council member. He shouldn't have any backing on either side. I know there are people that they believe in whatever they believe in, but being a council member, you also have to sign another oath and sign up the documentation to just be unbiased. So once they heard about that, they really had an issue with even pressing forward in order to make a decision. It was more of, they really didn't know what to do next concerning the decision making. And they kind of just pushed it to the side. It was almost like they was afraid to just stand up for what was right. There's so many people out here concerning the Confederacy, and because we don't have a great deal of people that is in the community that actually wants to come out to one of the council members' meetings, then we don't really have a great deal of people to actually speak on how they feel when they are located on the east side of Wichita Falls. So it's kind of difficult. It's just a little weird for me, coming from a diverse area and always living in diverse areas and different people of all walks of life. It's a little difficult for me to see so many people kind of sweep it under the rug. That's kind of the norm here when it comes down to racism, because everyone knows that racism is very prevalent here. However, it's so prevalent and it's so normalized. It's almost like, just the norm, like sociology, the norm. that is kind of swept under the rug. So even though we do have people that stand with us, because we do have a Wichita Falls Black Lives Matter page on Facebook, there's about 500 members.
Yeah.
However, with the town being so racist and everyone kind of teetering on the line of racism and not really talking about it, or like the mayor said, sweeping it under the rug and ignoring it, then you have the citizens of Wichita Falls that really don't feel a need to have to speak up about it. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help make sure that we get our city together, make sure that some new businesses come for economic growth in Wichita Falls, make sure that it's united here. But the city itself is just so divisive, and it's by nature, it's almost natural for them to be as divisive as they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing change across the whole country, right? We're seeing Confederate monuments come down left and right, sometimes legally, sometimes illegally. We're seeing Army bases considering changing their names because of the Confederate, general that it was named after, so on and so forth. So you might be shorthanded at the moment. You might feel like the little guy fighting up against the big guy, but I feel that if you remain persistent, things will go your way eventually. So don't give up this fight, no matter how discouraging it might get. Do you feel that if you guys had more support in Wichita Falls, as far as like more bodies there supporting, like when you guys march or have an event, that you could see more change?
I think it'll start once we have, council members that are really against us from the start,
Okay.
If they weren't deciding.
So is this fight over pretty much for this monument? For this memorial, are you giving up on this specific one for now, or are you still gonna?
We're not really
No.
giving up on it. We're just focusing more towards the other things that we can do to help.
Absolutely.
More so helping in the community.
How do you say you might have lost this battle, but you haven't lost the war?
Absolutely.
Haven't lost the fight.
That could be done within our city, and small changes, going out and cutting the grass in the city area where the city has not made proposals to go out and cut the grass. Some people would consider that a small thing, but however, when you have people that live in a community where they have children that want to play in these areas and they belong to the city, they do need a clean place to play. Being able to clean up the YOC and being able to get people to fund or help with the production of having heating and cooling so that the children are able to play inside of the YOC and learn. I also want to look into further endeavors concerning possibly having a cotillion out here, something of the nature to at least have the younger generation, because those are the ones that really truly matter. We're getting up there in age. However, the next generation, they do have a great deal of resilience. So they are the ones that really matter. We definitely don't want this type of issue with the next generation coming. And we just want to tackle some of these small issues and lead up to the big ones.
Gina, you're a mom, right? You're just like a mom with a regular job, and you're like an activist on the side right now, right?
Yes. So I'm just a mom. Right now, I am not working.
You and a lot of other people, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a veteran. I was LPN out in Virginia, and when I came out here to Wichita, I felt like I had a purpose of coming out here. So I'm a mom of actually 4 children. I have 3 children with me. One of my daughter's dads is very, very proactive, so she wants to stay with dad. So that's what the case was. But I'm just a mom out here, and I've been doing the same thing for years. I've always felt like I did not like racism at all. Of course, I don't like prejudice. I've always known ever since I was a child that there was an indifference with me. However, both of my parents were military, and they told me to keep my head up. You're not inferior to anybody. You're a leader, you're not a follower. So I've always taken the first step to be able to believe that if one person can't do it, then we can all do it together, but I have to follow my own lead.
No, I'm very impressed, because when I talked to you shortly before this, I picked up the vibe. I was like, oh, this is just a mom who is putting up a fight, saw something wrong in her community and is trying to make a change, which I just thought was really, really dope, while you're cooking supper at the same time. So that's
because
even
I have 2 sons, I have 2 daughters that really depend on me, and watching George Floyd, watching the Breonna Taylor situation, watching the long list of, men and women, Black men and women that are dying, that could have easily been one of my sons. That Breonna Taylor could have been me or one of my daughters. So for this to be ignored, I love my children that much that this fight, like I told everybody out here in Wichita Falls, I would die for the cause because I am the cause. My children are the cause. And I refuse to allow my children to scream out my name concerning their death for something that is so simple or something that is unjustified. That can't be my kids. I don't want it to be anybody else's children. I don't want it to be anybody else. So now is the time that we must pull together. We must stay positive, but we must stay focused on what the objective is to eradicate and get rid of racism, period. Because all this is right here is melanin. That's it.
I hear you, girl. What's going on with you, Kaylee? You seem like just a young girl who's ready to fight.
Well, see, since I've been doing this, I get told, oh, well, she's only doing this because she has a Black boyfriend. And that's not it. Being a decent human being is what it is. I went up there and I told them the story of how me and my boyfriend went on our first date and he got pulled over and they thought he kidnapped me. They had pulled him out of the car and they came over to me and asked me if I was okay. I said, I'm just going to my first date. That is all I'm doing. So that was the first real
experience. Yeah.
I am about to start school. I work just a simple job.
Because you're in your 20s, right?
About to turn 21.
See?
But
she's a baby out here fighting a good fight out here.
Absolutely.
Is there somewhere where somebody can follow you guys or keep track of what you're doing to participate, volunteer for anything you guys are putting together, or anybody in the area, Wichita Falls or surrounding areas that wants to donate or help out?
We have the Wichita Falls Black Lives Matter advocacy page on Facebook.
Okay.
And they can get all the information right there. The
Wichita Falls Black Lives Matter advocacy page on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So I commend both you ladies. Again, keep doing what you're doing. Gina Waters, Katlyn Parks, Wichita Falls Black Lives Matter. For you guys to live normal lives and do this on the side to try to bring awareness to what's going on in Wichita Falls, I feel like is really dope and should be mentioned, and that's why we did this.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Okay, social media, you guys individually, anything you got to put it out there? You want people to follow? You want some more followers?
My Instagram is at Katie Patootie, KATIPATOOTI.
Okay, Katie Patootie. And Gina Waters? Just Gina Waters?
Gina Waters, yep.
All right.
Well, it's hyphenated in there, Gina Allen. That's my maiden name, so
okay.
that's where you can find me.
Thank you guys for your time. Appreciate you.